Hello everyone, this is dollar index chart and I'm going to analyze it on starting from daily time frame, which looks bullish to me. And I have already posted my analysis here on YouTube, and which was on monthly time frame chart, and which was a long-term bias. So I did tell you about this move coming down from this high, which was the equilibrium point of monthly fair value gap, which I did mark here for you in my very first video here on YouTube in the month of February, which showed you that market will go higher here and then will reject down here. And I did also tell you that it's going to get rejected from here to take this buy side. So what is the thing which is rejecting it from here or from here is being told here, but I'm going to show you again what are these things. And I did tell you to mark these levels on your chart so you can get a idea of these levels, how they are, how the live market price reacts on these levels. So the thing is here, I posted my analysis that we are going to move up from here to this mean threshold of these two red lines are showing you the top and lower end of the monthly fair value gap, which is written here as well. You can see, and this middle line, that is black line, that is the equilibrium position, and these blue two dotted lines are 25% of the equilibrium, 25% of the gap, and 75% of the gap. So if you see how these levels are reacting, they're gonna amuse you how these levels are getting respected by the markets and how the price reacts with them. So if you see, we got rejected from here to down here, which we can see is the new day opening gap, okay, which is marked by this light blue shaded area. So if you see that we came here into it, we did come below it, which is towards this black line, which is the equilibrium position of monthly order block, which is also a rejection block. So if you see that coming down into the equilibrium of this and then getting rejected again and then coming back to this new day opening gap and giving us the chance again and again to get into a trade. So when the market took this swing high, let me show you. So when this high was broken here by this candle, yeah, so the market moved higher and created a fair value gap in here. So this candle, which is taking the swing high with a strong momentum and going higher, then we know that when the market comes back to this gap, we are going to buy it. So when the market came back here, okay, you see that how market went higher with strong momentum towards where? Towards the upper side, towards the buy side liquidity, where we have marked our equilibrium and other levels in this monthly fair value gap. So market has gone to the 75% of this gap and then got rejected again. So if you see that this red shaded area is here, this one I'm talking about is the new day opening gap, which was here, left here on 15th of February 2024. We swept through it and took this buy side liquidity here with these candles, and now we got rejected from 75% of the fair value gap, and now we are here back to this new day opening gap, which has now become an invariant, let me write it, this has become an invariant new day opening gap, okay, yeah, this one. So what I'm expecting it to do is that market should not go below this low. So even if it goes below here, it should not close below even on smaller time frame charts. Let's get to the 1 hour chart. So it shows us that one time the market came here today at 10 o'clock at the mean threshold of this new day opening gap and got rejected from here, then went up higher to tap this one small little fair value gap, and we see that we got rejected from here back toward this new day opening gap. So what I'm expecting now is to get rejected from here again toward the buy side liquidity. I'm going to show it with an arrow. I don't usually use arrows, so I'm not very familiar with them, but let's use this path thing. So I believe you're gonna go here to here, okay, then coming back down again, and we'll go towards this high, okay. So that's what I'm expecting on dollar index, which definitely means we are gonna sell the pound and euro against the dollar. So let's see how GBP is moving. So this blue shaded area, purple shaded area is the daily fair value gap. You can see it's marked. I would like to change the color. I will make it yellow. Yeah. So if you see that this candle came below this low and left a fair value gap here in between this candle and this candle. So now the current market price is in this area, which is definitely our selling area as aligned with the dollar index chart, to target these lows and then these lows. These are going to be our targets for pound dollar, and this is going to be our second target. So, and where would our stop loss be? Just above this candle. I'm putting some extra factor for safety so that we can sell it here. If we wait for the London Open or New York Open, we should wait for the equilibrium position of this daily fair value gap to sell the market for a better price, and then put our stop loss. We can even put our stop loss here at the top end of the fair value gap, or we can put our stop loss here. So if we sell it from here, we are gonna look for its 25% level and 75% levels as well. So let's get on to the 1 hour chart. It shows us that this gap, which is a long candle, has the gap here to here. I will mark its equilibrium as well. So we see that on 1 hour chart, we are at the equilibrium position of this 1 hour gap, and we are also touching the daily fair value gap, which is this yellow shaded area, if you can see. So now I believe that we are gonna move lower if we see any price action on smaller time frame. Let me hide the drawings. So on 15-minute time frame, we are not yet breaking any low, or we're not getting any market structure shift. We are on 1-minute chart, and here something is happening. So why is this? Yeah, so we have taken this liquidity, this low here, and which has given us a market structure shift on 1-minute chart, and we have a fair value gap as well here on 1-minute chart. I would delete these charts. Sorry, I would delete these markings for now because we have moved on to the smaller time frame now. So yeah, this is going to be my entry now, and yeah, it has shown some rejection from here, so I'm gonna sell it here and put my stop loss here on this, maybe here at 1.25823, and I will tell you about my target as well. Let me just sell it with sorry. So I'm looking for GBPUSD. Here we go. I'm gonna sell it with so let me check how much is my stop loss. So it's from here to here, it's 829 and 827. That's just 30 points and 3 pips. So I would put some bigger lot on it because that's make 1%, and I would target 2%. Let me send this order now. So here we go now. Let's see how the price moves now. It's on 1-minute chart, it's the market sentiment is a bit bullish, but that could be just like the manipulation. The stop hunt has been done above here, which is this zone. So the stop hunt has been done here. So this is the stop hunt, which has already been done, and we have moved lower, broken this swing low here, and closed candle below it, and the market is consolidating here for some minutes, and let's see how it unfolds now. This is a 1-minute chart, and that's why there is a potential for a move in the Asian session as well. Otherwise, Asian session is mostly consolidating all the time, which is in the higher perspective if we see a daily candle and we are intraday traders. So we consider Asian range as accumulation, and then we look for manipulation in London session, and then we look for distribution in the New York session. So New York session is the session which makes a move, an actual move of the day that mostly happens in the New York Open or sometimes in the PM session. So pretty boring, consolidating. So I have shown you my trades here. I am trading, this one is instant funding challenge account, and I'm trading here for more than a month now, but I have just placed very few trades, 3 or 4 trades, and this is a 100k account, and right now it's at 11% profit. Sorry, yeah, it's at 1.1% profit, and I have a target of sorry, it's 1.4% profit right now, and equity is at 1.1% profits. So I have the target of 10%, so to get this challenge live. So let's see. I'm showing you all of my trades here, and you can see my previous videos as well if you want to have a review of how I've been trading on this account, and I'm aiming to show you guys that how I passed this challenge here and show all my trades to everyone. It's not so hard, and it's actually easy if you just stay consistent with your rules and keep following them. So you can see the equity and the balance thing at the top of the window, which is an instant funding challenge account. Right now this is the position running, which is of 20 lot size, and running currently negative, and we have seen here how we analyzed it to sell this for 1:2 risk to reward. It gets boring sometimes to make the videos and wait for the outcome to complete the video. Maybe not everyone stays stick with to the end of the video, but as I'm trading in the Asian session, so that's absolutely permissible to consolidate for a while and then make a move going into the London session. So if this video gets too long and we do not move and keep consolidating without hitting our stop loss or target area, then I will close the video and would add the results at the end in the London session or maybe in the New York session until our stop or targets been met. So if you see how this blue shaded area is getting respected by the market price, the market is going into it, but getting rejected towards the downside and not letting any candles close inside it. Even if the candles close in here, they should not go beyond this equilibrium position of this gap. So as I'm trading 1 minute chart, that's why I'm putting my stop loss above here instead of putting it here, because above here, because we have another fair value gap here as well, which I don't think we are going to tap for now. It could be a breakaway gap, which could be get filled later, or after filling the lower objectives first, which is this low first, and then this low, and ultimately this low here. Let me. So we have a sort of relative equal lows here. So this is going to be our target. Okay, and this is the fair value gap, 1 minute. And what is this? Sorry, yeah, this is the stop hunt zone, and this is the price zone to get the market's liquidity, and we are moving back lower now. I hope this gets broken with this momentum coming in, but if it does break below this low, we are gonna go straight down here. I believe so. I'm gonna take this away, and I will just keep this thing here. So if you see that how the market has respected this 1 minute fair value gap. So most of the people, they think that these 1 minute gaps and the stuff we see on 1 minute chart is just noise and is not of any importance. But let me assure you that everything, the AI, the algorithm which runs the markets, that's same on 1 minute chart, and that's almost similar on daily and monthly time frame as well. Whereas we have a lot of gaps and liquidities coming in and going out in the smaller time frame as compared to higher time frames, because we need to cover some volume, not some, but a lot of volume to cover the ranges we see on daily and monthly and charts like them. But on 1 minute time frame chart, we see the same phenomena unfolding daily, hundreds of times, so we can trade them many times. So let's have a look at dollar index chart, which we just have analyzed. And yeah, so if you see on 1 minute, we have got rejected from this red zone, which I've shown you that we have this new day opening gap, which could get used as an invariant new day opening gap. Now every PDRA ICT teaches us can get used as an invariant fair value gap or an invariant breaker, or because an invariant breaker is also order block at a time and then gets converted into the breaker. Okay, so we don't have enough volume here right now. Otherwise, if we were in New York or London session, I would have expected this thing to move from here with quickly in minutes, because the Asian session we don't have enough volume and enough money coming into the markets. That's why markets are barely moving. Still, we are expecting it to move higher, and ultimately pound and euro dollar moves lower. Not willing to go straight lower, but I'm still anticipating it to go below here. Let me mark the stop loss here as well. So we have moved below this, and we have created another fair value gap at here, and we again tapped into this, just a little bit pierced into it, and then got rejected again. So if you see, as I've just said, that these models form at every chart, and thousands of the time on different charts every day. Every day this model is there. We have an eye here, and we are looking at it to dive down. So we have also this small little gap, but I think we have closed below this, and we are gonna rip through this. Let's see if we have got any changes here. So if you see, our stop loss and TP are yet safe, and I've risked 1% of my account and targeted 2%. Which I'm not sure if we can get the 2% at this level marked as target here, but even if we doesn't get 2% here, I'm gonna close some part of my trade here. We can drop our stop loss above this high, or yeah, that would be the better place, which is I'm telling you to. Let's have a look again at dollar index. Yeah, we see that it has started moving now, and we have also broken the structure here with a displacement, and I believe we should rip these highs now, and it's going into this gap right now. Could get rejected a little bit from here, but that would give us the target on pound dollar, which is here. So we are here in this gap, got rejected, but I believe we are gonna rip these lows. Not enough profits to get partials or anything. So once these low take lows gets taken, I will drop the stop loss into profits or maybe at entry point. But until it gets these lows, I'm not gonna drop the stop any lower. So we have this gap now, the most recent one. Let's see how it reacts on this thing. I'm not sure if it's gonna tap it or not, but it actually should. Let's see if we see any rejection from this one. Otherwise, we are going here to the equilibrium of the upper fair value gap. So we go again on dollar index and see how this is moving. So this tells the actual story. We have rejected from this gap, filled it in. It should move higher. If not now, then if it's gonna come back down here in this red shaded area and then move higher again. This is the 3-minute chart. Let's see what Euro is doing. So Euro has done some consolidation here, drop down, coming back to this gap. This one. So if I sell the Euro from here, my stop's gonna be above here because this is the consolidation, relative equal highs where there's some liquidity, but here we have a fair value gap above these highs, so I would put my stop here above this black candle, this one at 2320, just above this one would be my stop, and I would be looking for the targets below this low first, which is it has made itself recently, which would be almost 1/1 RR, and then ultimately this would be the second target at 107,727. But I'm currently in the pound dollar trade, so I'm not going to touch it and see how this unfolds. So we have closed above this fair value gap and again started moving lower. So this candle could be, the current candle could be giving us some volume and start moving. If this candle turns back up and start going up, then I may come out of the trade because I don't want the market price to go up again and close above 1.25794. I want to see it coming down below this wick and then these lows, which is our target. Let's see if it comes slowly or with some displacement. So we have got rejected from this gap here and close this 1 minute candle down here. And not, that doesn't mean it can't go up again. It can even go back up to our stop loss, even to the high stop loss, and it could even be moving higher. But we trade our edges, and even if we hit our stop loss, that's completely permissible, and that's actually the fees we pay as a trader here in the markets. These are not free markets, so we have to pay and take some losses on us as well. There's not a single trader who never made a loss, and without making losses, nobody become a trader. You need to stay patient and actually very patient when you are in the profits or in the loss. I would stress on the profits more than the loss, because that's something when the real games starts, when you are in profit, and by that time handling your psychology and letting the trade run into the levels you have pre-decided, and reacting to the live market conditions and current sentiment. I'm feeling sleepy. I wanna see this thing hit my target or my stop loss. I'm not worried, or I'm not excited to see it going into my targets, but it's pretty boring. I don't want to see it keep consolidating, and that's why I don't try to trade the Asian sessions at all. But just to show you guys that these things works on every market condition, I'm trading here for you. It's not just for you; it's for me as well. It helps me. It keeps my records, and it's basically my journaling, which I found really helpful as a video journaling, which records all of my trades, and it helps me in the future when I want to study or when I want to learn from my own trades. So they say which is the best trading book out there. So the best one is the one which you write it yourself. Okay, so this is my book I'm writing, but it's a video book. I think the video has stretched a little bit, but that's it. That is what it is. So I should have marked this gap as well, which got filled to the lower end but got rejected from here, which is an important thing to see even if we break it. So if the market comes back down here, we will see how this area reacts. We're done. So we are back to our 1 minute farewell gap, which was here. I want to see it getting rejected from the equilibrium position of this gap. If not, then I'm taking my stop loss above here. Moving towards my stop loss, maybe I'm gonna take this trade as a loss. I'm not worried about that. I'm not worried about it at all. And I also told you I'm not excited about hitting the targets. So if you see that it has just left our target by less than 1 pip, 67 to 62. Oh, that's a half a pip, but that's completely that is permissible, and I don't touch my trades until they hit my stop or targets. So now see how these gaps react again. They could react as an inversion gaps if it want to move higher, but if it wants to move lower back, then you will see that they will drop down first, then will come back into it, and then they will push down here, or just like they closed above it, went above, came back in, didn't close in it, and started moving higher. So you can see how these terminologies of gaps and order blocks and breakers, how do they work. We have had some sellers in this leg down, and now they are trapped, and most of them have been stopped out above these highs, who have taken their stops from this point to this when this moved lower, and they have been swept now, and now we could start moving lower again, or else we are going to take the stop loss above here. So if we doesn't hit our stop or target in next 5 minutes, I'm gonna close the video and will put the update at the end of the video when I will be going to post it, because this is stretching very long, and I know your time is precious, and that's why that would help you and me as well. So you see we are going into the equilibrium of 1 minute gap, but getting rejected for a third time now, but not moving lower. Have just made one of these bearish candle, and other three are bullish ones. We bought a second candle as well now. I'm not sure how long this video has been. I think we started here at 12:30, and this is okay. We are gonna reach 50 minutes now, and that's quite a long video for a 1 minute trade. That's why I don't like the Asian sessions, and I would try to avoid it in the upcoming days. So now we have gone up here and closed above the fair value gap. No, above the fair value gap, but it's equilibrium. So if we are going lower, we should move with strong momentum from this zone towards downside. So yeah, there is some volume coming in. Let's see now this area, how it reacts. It looks like it's sending it down because we see this candle coming down and closing just at the lower end, and this candle is going up just to tap this gap again as an inversion gap again. It's coming with some volume now. So if you look at this area, how strong it has rejected back the market down and didn't let it go above the equilibrium. And this candle just closed 1 point above the mean threshold, which is completely acceptable. And we see that even it didn't touch our trail stop loss. So now we must have this as our stop loss and not this one. So now if we go back higher and break above this trail stop loss, I'm going to close my trades and won't be trading it in the current session. The volume shows it wants to go lower, but it's never too sure that the market is going to do this or do that. But that's what I've already said, that we are trading the probabilities here, and we are just identifying our edge, which is based on some constants. And if the market follows them, then we are in profits, and if it doesn't, we are in loss. And that's it. That's what the trading is. React on your edges and react without any hesitation at all. Let me have a look at dollar index again. So dollar is not moving higher. For now, it's on 1 minute it's consolidating down here, but pound is moving lower. What about the euro? The euro is in that gap at the equilibrium. It didn't close above the equilibrium and didn't get as much rejected as pound got rejected from here. So pound looks weak, and let me compare it and see how euro is showing any SMT in here. So on euro we did take this low and fell below it, if you see this. And what happened on pound was that we didn't come below it. So you can see the SMT divergence in euro and cable, which are both correlation, which moves in the correlation and correlated pairs. But when we see some divergence in them, that's called ICT's SMT divergence. Okay, so now I think that, what about the from the higher side? This low was made here and got here. Also, if you see again on euro here, we have got these candles from here to here, and on pound we see from here to here. So we see that we have divergence here. I would delete this one because it's an older one, and we would focus on these black lines. So yeah, here. So now I am pretty sure that we are coming down. Okay. Now I am sure that we are going down on euro, and we are going down on pound, and we may go higher on dollar index because of the SMT divergence. Yeah, I hope that chart doesn't look very confusing. So I would take this off. I am going to keep this, and I'm definitely going to keep this one. This is our trail stop loss, and this is our target. So now I'm gonna take the SMT stuff away as well to keep the chart simple, and also I'm gonna take this off as well. So we are again back into this gap, and we have a new gap here as well. Let's have a look at the dollar again. Oh, the video has gone too long. I forgot about this again, but I think we are going to move towards the target now. We should actually, because the looks like accumulation. Okay. We left this consolidation from here. Take this to this as original consolidation. This purple shaded area is original consolidation, and we left it here, went up, break this high, came back into the original consolidation here, and we got rejected from here. I think that if I update my stop loss on dollar index just to squeeze it, it may not be a perfect stop loss for this trade, but I would squeeze below this purple shaded area, whereas our original stop loss stays below this low, which is at 104.655, which if it goes below there and break this low, that means that our trade is invalid now. Until then, our trade still exists. Let's go back to our trading chart. This is boring, not covering enough points, but still moving around the same zone. Maybe I will fast forward the video into 1.2 or 1.3x, which would be possible to listen to my voice, which is already slow, and the markets are even slower. So as I already said that if it goes back to a straight stop loss, I'm gonna close the trade and take the risk on me. So this bearish momentum was not of enough volume and got rejected back from this zone, which is, I don't know why is it rejecting from here, but that's it. That is what it is. So we are now in this gap. I would change this into the recent gap. Let's keep watching with patience. So if we again go below these lows, with momentum, then we need to break lower as well. Let's hide it for a minute and let me have a look at whatever. We are at equilibrium and the last candle closed back down. We are in the second half hour of the current. Actually, we will drop lower. I'm not sure if it would spare our trade or not, but we are bearish on pound dollar. I've already posted my analysis here on YouTube, which was given around this zone to sell the markets. If you have not seen that idea, I posted here. You may have a look on it. Yeah. So we have already broke lower, and we will be going further down according to my higher time frame analysis. And so we have break below these lows, still close below this, but still swept these lows, which was relative equal lows, double lows or triple lows, you can call it. And let me put the lipstick back. So we have break below the yellow line, which was the liquidity I just marked here, and we have not yet closed below it, but I am anticipating the bearish move still. video has gone longer than I was anticipating. So in the current trade, we have had an opportunity to sell the market here where we sold it, and then we break below these lows and went back up to the same gap I've already marked, and it has given us another opportunity to sell from a better place, which was the equilibrium of that gap, and we broke below it again and went back up to this newly created fair value gap and got rejected again, closing below the mean threshold of this gap, and we have made one more gap which I will mark for you, which is this one. Let's see if we get into this one as well, and then go rejected. So this is simply tape reading, guys. You are reading the tape with me, which helps you to understand the price action, how the price actually reacts on the charts in the live markets. So we are at its equilibrium, we are at its top end. Now let's see what it shows us. We broke above it. There's nothing to worry about, guys. That happens. Trades do get stopped out or stuff like that. We need to stay patient in such situations. That's what the trading is. Look how it came back down and closed below it again. I'm tired of it. So next hour is the actual hour to trade London session, which is the silver bullet time. So maybe I will take one more trade if it offers me, and we'll show you that one as well, even if this one hits target or stop loss. I'm not sure if I'm gonna make that video as well, but I may trade it if it offers me something which I can call as my edge, because it's a high probability trade setup which comes in the 3 times in a day. The first one at 7 to 8 o'clock London time, but that's 3 to 4 o'clock, 3 to 4 a.m. New York time. And the second opportunity to get into the silver bullet model trade comes at 10 to 11 a.m. New York time, and the third one comes in the PM session of New York session, which is at 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. So these hours of the day, keep them noted, guys. These are the time of the day which gets aligned with the ICT, which when gets aligned with the ICT's concepts, it rewards us. It gives us better accuracy as compared to the other times of the day in the ICT concepts. I don't know. I was expecting the volume, that's why I was trading it. So you see how we left the original consolidation here, came back in, got rejected again, then came back in here again, just pierced into it and this gap as well, and then started moving higher as well again. So I'm looking for this high to be swept off, and euro has got rejected from this gap as well, went up, tapped this order block, didn't go above it, and didn't close above this fair value gap and got rejected. You see it came down here, then went back up into the gap, and then clicked into it and rejected again towards these lows. So I did show you the SMT divergence in euro and pound, which is against the dollar, which is something nice to see, which doesn't come every day, but when it comes, it's something I really like and enjoy to trade. So we are back now to the center of this wick, from where we got rejected by tapping this purple fair value gap marked by purple, and went back up to the blue shaded gap, which was also the 1 minute gap, and then we tapped its equilibrium and again started moving lower. And now we see that we are almost near to hitting the target. I'm not sure if I'm going to get another trade entry in the next hour, but or I believe I will close it completely at my target area, not without taking any partials. I would take the whole trade off below this green zone, green line marked. So we are almost at our targets. This is not random, guys. This is not random at all. So we are here now, closed into this gap. Don't worry, don't worry. It's going down anyway. Let me have a look what it could do in the upcoming hour, which is the silver bullet time to trade. So if we are still moving a little bit higher into these gaps, then we should get reject from this fair value gap, 1 hour gap, which has already been tapped one time. here as well, and then again with the current candle. I think we would dive into its equilibrium in the next hour, and then if we don't want to go lower, then it could get rejected from the equilibrium of this gap. But I'm bearish on this chart of pound against dollar, so I would not buy it, and would still look for the bearish setups, and would avoid any bullish setups forming. So you saw this gap, how we were going above it with this candle, went up here but closed below it, which was a bearish sign, and this candle of 144 gave us the opportunity to sell it towards down here. And if we would have sold it here, we could have placed our stop loss above this wick, or if we needed some extra or if we had enough risk to reward ratio, we could have placed our stop loss above here, or the best would be above here, which is 125.815 level. Come on, I want to close the video. Maybe I'll have to fast forward the video into 1.4x or 5x. If you can't get what I'm saying, you can turn on the subtitles of the video, or you can slow the video. I think we do have that option on YouTube videos to slow down a video. So you see, again we are going lower, near to our targets, almost hit there. You see, still not taken. Yeah, taken, guys. Congratulations, we have taken our targets, and I will close this entry with something. How do we close it, guys? Let me just a sec. Okay, it's taking my profits back. Oh my god, I don't know. Yeah, so it has taken some of my profits back, but that's completely fine. We have taken some $400 to our target, and you saw that how beautifully the markets delivered and respected the areas I have shown you here. So thank you very much, guys. Have a nice day, and safe trading. Bye bye.